the Beverly Hillbillies. Why don't you just sit a spell? Excuse me. So the name of this is the ace or tetrahedron. Okay. Oh, I like this one. I like this one here. Okay, so this one here. Let me find my phone. There's no one here yet, right? So, good morning. Oh, don't smile, don't laugh, don't say nothing. All right. I won't say nothing. What's this? I need 2 of these windows. Somehow I shut everything down yesterday. I need 1 of these windows. You know what? When I use my head to think, I lose my train track. I'll take this. Okay, so then I did that. What else has to be opened? I'll do another one of these. Oh my God. What else has to be opened? Yes. I'll open up my email, in which I'm sure maybe not, I got some more spam. Okay. I got 3 messages on YouTube. Is that important? You see, my friend, this is how it is. On one hand, you are eternal in a grain of sand, the miracle of the snowflake. On the other hand, you have a vile stew of shit and dead flies spewing out of God's heinous. So let's see what this says. Okay, one tells you just to mix your mind to go backwards. Sometimes I don't like to read certain things. So where was I over here? No, I was in paint. So this over here, right? I had to I redid this. It didn't come out so good because me like a cocoa head, right? I had 100 of these. I still do, right? I got those Djangos. I'm going to make this out of Djangos, I think. You know, my son has Djangos. I'm going to redo this. Like, this is the old style. This is Beverly Hillbillies. Now, what do? I talk about TV shows. I talk about music. I talk about the Zodiac. I go back in history. Do you know why I go back in history? Because you ask me to go back in history. And if you don't, I won't. And if you do, I will. And if you tell me about something, I'll talk about it and I'll tell you something about it, even if it's something with my hand right here. In fact, I'll turn the camera around with my feet up like that. And I don't want to be a big shot. Are you got to, you know what I'm saying? You know, no, it's not that. It's this. It's this. This is what it's about. Jackson 5. I'll be back in 5 minutes. This is the actual story I tell. It's ABC 1, 2, 3. So if I just started off, imagine I started off with 1 letter at a time. And we learned about each letter, a story. It's a story. What's the truth? What we accept as the truth. What we accept as we can humbly understand what is the difference of this and why and how do you know? How do you know at what time the conception, the inception, the alterations, at what point does a gene become a gene before the thread is still on the spool? Should I say spool, fool? Should I say 22 or should I say moon? I can't say Monday because there's only 1 O. What is it about 1 O? It's OA. Sorry. It's AE, is when the A is split with I, creating 2 E's, energy to both worlds so that one can live. So you need the energy, you need the area space to transfer the transition and the transmission. Get your motor running, get up on the highway. Why highway? 8 and 9 is your highway. 4 by 2 and 4 by 2 plus 1, 80. That's the way it's said. In French, they say it this way. So in this channel, what I speak about are things that are said in this world that we can all run by. And I have some tools I use. One of them is this instrument over here, the area space of 9. Another one is one of these over here. Here is Rubik's Cube. I'm missing the north and the south. I'm missing the east and the west. But who holds Rubik's Cube on diagonal? Look at my hands. Do you ever see the way your hands go forward, but yet when you bowl, they turn to the side? Because they naturally turn to the side. We have a natural bell curve. And then I'll talk about these. I'm still learning them. So the more stories I listen to of others, the more I understand. When I can understand how to redraw this, okay, with another obligation, a rule I have to follow. I follow this rule because every letter will follow that rule. Every number is a word. Every word has letters, and it will follow that rule. That every color is a word, and it follows that rule. And the rule is here, the quadrille paper. There's only two things you can do. It's diagonal, 42. It's horizontal, 33. Sorry, it's horizontal 11 or vertical 33. Why? I'm following the rule. Where's the rule? The rule is here. And there are changes to these rules. Why? Because the magic squares have changed the position of the numbers, and each house has a different rule. But in the rule of the lowest of all numbers, the way we see it, is 1, 2, 3, 4, could be the highest. You're number 1 or you're number 9, you know, 9th or first of 9. 1/9 and 9 over 1 is a 210 average, which is 105. Check this out. Check this crazy stuff out. Even in odds at 1 to 9 on a $2 addition, okay, will come out to 210. That 210 divided in 2, because it's on a $2 bit, okay, becomes 105. 3 sides to this cube, reversing to 6-1, reversing to 5-2, reversing to 4-3. Each one of them meets at 3.5 times 3, equaling to 105. That when you take 2 of them, it equals to 210. When you take 3 of them, it equals to 315. Maybe the fish will jump out of the lake. When you take 4 of them, it's 420, and now the music has changed. So let me change this a little bit, this story, because in telling this story, there's something else. I can't have something that's a half. So where did the half go? The half goes in the separation of the understanding of the difference of. So 1, 1, 1. Or is it 6, 6, 6? You have the lowest, you have the highest. What is that separation? You know what the separation is. It's 1 and 6. So therefore, take off 7 or add 7. You add 7 to the low side, 1, 2, 3, add 7. Right? Like 3.33 each. Isn't that weird? But check out the result. So you add 7 here, it equals to 10. You add 7 here, okay, you take away 7 from here, right? What happens to it? It's 11. Therefore, the separation between the high and low of these two dice are 10 and 11, meeting at 105. What you have is 11 through 18, or now you can replace it with the alphabet, or the zodiac when we have Aquarius. Aquarius is the beginning, and the end is in Virgo. But if we stop one before Virgo, the power is in Leo. But Leo tells you another story. Leo connects you here, right, through the gateway and the energy pass through the electric moon, controller of the oceans. Reason is how to assemble these numbers. I will show you. I have put many things on the board right now. This is why I need a boardroom on the side to remember where I was, to put a branch out for every new string of something of realities that is going on in here, because everything has a relationship that will show you how everything grows out from. So what I did here is 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is 8 and 6. And if you hear 8 and 6, there's a 7 in between. What's so important about this? A, this cube is only 7. B, 7 days a week. C, to 13 moons, 7 would be the center day of the 13 moons. Just trying to remember what I'm saying, you know, so. Well, this thing should be like the first thing on my list, and I didn't see it. How come? Well, that's weird. Well, it can't be weird because I just knock a whole bunch of stuff up and think I got 10 of them, you know? Oh, here it is. So this over here, right? This drawing over here, I had to find a way to get to 13 in 2 different ranges. 13 and 13 is 26. Therefore, the center is here. We have to ring them, put a nose right over here, put a bull ring over here for the nose, right? And call this the bull ring for the 2 sides of the bull, connecting the 2 gateways together, the 2 hemispheres, the flux capacitor, Y and Y. Or what is B? Why I say B, reverse alphabet. But at all times, the entire alphabet is 1, 3, 5, because the split between here and here, between the 13th and the 14th letter, is 1, 3, 5, ACE. Remember that. Here is what is 1. Here are 6 areas, and 6 areas. Here is 1. Here is the first 6 zodiac signs, the second 6 zodiac signs, and then the reflection of 6 and 6. There aren't 24 zodiac signs, but there are 24 letters and 1 and 1, creating what is 26 letters in the alphabet. 1, 3, 5, 7, 5, 3, 1. Why did I count by 2s? Because 2 is the half area space that when you start by 2, you can go up by 1 over to 3 and down to 1, okay, down by 1. And 2 would intercept the 2. 2 would hold on to 1 and 3. So there either is no 2 and 1 over to what is the area separation between 3 and 3 over to where the separation of where is 2. And that is a fixed sign, that is Taurus in the separation of 2. The I letter, this is the A letter. If you notice, the point of beginning is right here. I went to the left and to the right. I created separation and 2 houses because that's what it did on the diagonals of the gateway. Why do I say 42, the 7th gate? Not me. Again, we must follow directives, and those directives are here. Here are the magic numbers. When you go bottom left, top right, you go by 44. You go by 4. You go by 4. All the movements, bottom left to the top right, will give you your element movements of 4. 1, 3, 5, 7. Counting by 1, 2, 3 is counting by a half area space. So the expansion with Rubik's Cube coming to 9, okay, is they gave 2, 4, and 6 an entire area. Or what this is actually showing you that there's only 3 and 3 and 1, only 6 zodiac signs and 1 to connect. That's all there is. But there's 6 even and there's 6 odd. And that's 12 and 1 to connect. 7, is it odd or is it even? 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, 3 and 4 corridor bridge over from Earth to Mars. From Earth to Mars, 2 moons of Mars, Phobos and Deimos, and the centralized moon right over here. The Tzolk'in calendar of 260 days, matching in to the 26 letters in the alphabet. I'm going to get a little drink of water in the kitchen. So why can I go back to any point in time? because I got lucky and saved it from falling on the floor. I can do it because I only talk about the letter itself, the finite letter, the number associated with the letter. For instance, if I take A1, now you're going to say this is English. This is just the first. Okay, so let's not take the letter. Let's talk about the first position. If you're running in a race and you're first, is it a trophy? Did you get the gold, the silver? Did you get the gold, the silver, the bronze? What is the position of LeBron's James? 38 gold. Inside the numbers, what is 38 monkeys? So I understand words, the relationship between letters. So you can see that that my shoulders stand with 2 and my head stands with 1. Always something, a pyramid on my shoulders, that I should talk about the Giza pyramids, 5184, 317s, 328s, 28 and 17, 45. I have to talk like everybody's here. Giza, I talked about Giza. I lose my head a little bit when I watch that dumb number that says how many people here. It's very deceiving for me. And I'm not supposed to think of whether anybody's here. But just remember that if there was one in the side, there should always be somebody in the side, because I don't have really any time to pick out and change my mind to constantly look down at the bottom for the participation, unless I know there's participation all the time. Otherwise, I continue on. Every one of these videos are uploaded to YouTube. There's about 12,000, maybe 13,000. I'll be honest. Out of the million views that I almost have, okay, and the revenues that is less than a grand. I like that. They're taking down the grand, which is M. All right. And for the videos I did on numerology on games at the casino was 700,000, or what is 80% of all the views on 12,000 views. So you might ask, what is your average view? So let's do this, 12,000 videos, right? Divided by 200,000. 200,000 divided by 12,000 equals to 16 views a video, it says. It's a little bit more than that, right? But I'm running about 16 to 25 views on every single video. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is not about how many views, although it does get to my head. Yes, it absolutely does. Am I human? Yes, I'm sorry. I have to come back down to earth, and because I have bills to pay, just like everybody else. And there's people around, and I can't cut myself out from the life itself, because that's what we're here, l'chaim, to life. But why l'chaim? Why l'chaim to life? Why? Do you see this? Well, how about this? Here's your l'chaim to life. There are 12 edges and 6 centers for 18. The heart is 19. So lift your glass. And where's your glass? Inside the l'chaim. The 19 by 6 equals to 114, 57, 57. Right out of the Quran, joining the feminine with the masculine, the 7 with the 5. Right? Although 7 and 5 are prime, 5 and 7 prime, right? The 5 is not really, the 5 comes from other sources other than 5. Mathematically, in duality, 5 is 1 times 2 equals 2, 1 plus 2 equals 3, 3 and 2 equals 5. Are there any other 5s? 1 times, no, 1 times, no, 1 times, no, 1 time, no. No, okay, now I'm going to go 2, 3, no, 2, 4. Yes, 2 and 4 is another 5. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals to 8, equals to 6. 8 and 6 equals to 14. 1 and 4 equals to 5. Is there another 5? 3 doesn't work out with anything, because 3, 6, and 9 always go back to 3, 6, and 9. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8. these numbers, okay, they have a 10 cycle to them. There's a 10 cycle to the 1, 2, 5, 4, 7, and 8 equals 3 equals 9 equals 6 is a 10 cycle equals to what is 18, and 9 equals 27 because of the single digit reduction. Where I pick up my information, what I do has already been done. Every element I use has already been created. My workshop contains elements that everybody here can see and know and have seen it most likely before. Routes and roads and highways and byways and cities and countries, words, letters, number of letters, reverse alphabet, number of vowels, separated, odd and even, except when it comes to 1. 10, reduction, 1 plus 0 is 1, is not the same. You must skip every single one. 1 is not the same. You must skip every single one. Another thing is that if you're counting, right, by the zodiac 12, you will go 1 plus 12 is 13. So 1 and 13 match. Except when you say 13 to a single digit, it becomes for Cancer because the ace is split after the death before the Christ in communication of 10:4 BC. 1 and 2 is 3. 2 and 3 is 5. If you double it up, it becomes 6 or 60 or 50 or 100 or 100% of 60 parts of time. 1, 2, 3 equals to 6 or that's 60 parts of time. Is it 3 or is it 4? As 0, 1, 2, 3 equals to 4. Beginning between what is 0, 3, 3, 0? Take it like this. If I have 0 and 7 or 7 and 0, in between is 1 and 6. So if I have 0 and 6, in between is 1 and 5. So regardless what you have, what is the in between? If I want to go backwards, okay, I want to know what is forward before I can go backwards because I know the movement of 7, right, is the movement of 2. So instead of having 0, 7, I'm going to have 207. No, something's wrong with the camera. Hold on. Oh, hold on a second. This is really weird, but this light I just got is like doesn't even work anymore from the dollar store, so that's okay. Another thing is I just built this little thing here. I had another one. Where is it? Here, I just slide it here, and then I pull it out. This is to block the light. I'm going to put some tin foil and just slide it underneath. I can put some stuff here, hang it. So, and then at the same time, what I can do is when I'm doing my work, I can put the camera, pointing down here. So I'm always innovating. I'm like the innovator. Wow, I'm going to forget what I was talking about. I'm not happy about that. I was looking for something in the artwork, was I not? No, I wanted to show you, right. I wanted to show you, and there's something wrong with the light. I always get this problem. I definitely get this problem. I definitely know I get this problem. Okay. So what it is 07, okay, is like this. Okay. You have like this. Hold on a second. You have a 07. Yes. Okay. 1, So, has anybody ever seen Rotas Sator? Okay, this here, okay, is an encompassment of Atto. O can be a representation of what is AE or what is 9, 6, and 7 and 8. AE 9 and 6, 7 and 8. Oh, it goes deeper than that because what is 7 and what is 6 in order to be what it is itself, right? And Saturn and Magic Square, or whatever they call them, I don't know the terminologies, right? I don't know if it's the Aztec, the Sumerian, or what period of time, or okay, but I'll just talk about anything that is that number. I want to take a look at it. So I look at the words themselves. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 is 1. 10 is 1. And then there's 12, but that's 3, right? And then there's 5, 7, 9, 2. Why? 12, this is 14, 16, 18. So what you're looking at, okay, is when we move by ones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. There's something wrong with the screen. I have to figure this out. Just give me a second. No, something's wrong. Okay, maybe I took off the enhance or something. I don't know. Anyways, regardless of the color. So let me continue on. Well, I'm writing crooked. I do not like it. How is everybody? This is a 3 hour old coffee. Thank God. I never get to drink a hot coffee, but you know what? The slower it goes down, probably the better it is. There's something about meditation. There's something about, you know, pausing. There's something about just not moving, just having that right, just listening to the right music, to the right people, just not interfering with what anybody says and just resonating and hoping that nobody asks you to say anything because all you want to do is resonate with the moment, whether it's music or words, irrelevant to the fact. You want to harmonize that orgasmic thing that's inside of us. If we can just harmonize all the time, we wouldn't have to move from our place. Although we're made in pieces and parts, and interaction is a human thing. And if you knew how deep we can talk with the animals, well, we used to. We used to. And why am I like slowing down? Because I'm bucking. I'm like in rage right now. I'm in huge rage. Huge, totally upset. Number one, there's no music, there's no vibration. All I hear is my voice. 22 years, 17 years on YouTube, and then scattered all over social media, trying to figure out nothing. I knew exactly what I was saying, although if you listen back at some period of time, it sounded erratic, irrational, unjust, but still logical. And now today, when I look back, how did I know? How did I know what I was going to talk about today? 20 years ago when I didn't know what I was talking about. But I was talking. I wasn't stopping. And one of the things is to see if anybody was on the same wavelength, or was it just me that saw the 9 areas here, or was it just me that saw 4 dice in my hands? And when you see the 4 dice, is it just me that sees a 3 dot, a 1 dot, a 1 dot, a 1 dot? Is it just me that sees a finger between 2 sides, but yet one corridor can join the 2? Or is it just me? Is it just me knowing there's 6 sides on 4 equals to 24? Is it just me that each cube, the heart is 3.5 by 4 is 14? Is it just me, or did I leave something out? Because each cube has 3 reverse sides of 7. Is 105, 105, 105, 315, 153 fish, 51 by 3 jump out of the lake? And how about 105? How about 420? Or how about 8 times 55 for 420, sky pass? Or how about 8 times 54 for 432, the sun pass? Is it the sun pass or the sky pass? I'm not asking. I'm telling you. One of the two, and both at the same time. I tell you the story about creation. Not creation from Genesis or any of the Bibles. From creation from the games. What came out of man's mind, because since it's all man-made, why not talk about everything man-made? And why not talk about what God made? What God made, what man made. Hold on. Man made and God. So man is 28 and God is 26. Now check this out. From star system math, 2 times 8 equals to 16. 2 plus 8 equals to 10. 16 and 10 equals to 26. The letter P, okay, and the letter J. So get on your PJs, go to sleep. When you go to sleep, you go to sleep this way, okay? When you go to sleep this way, you go to sleep this way. When you are this way, you are I9. When you are this way, you are H8. But what are you when you're this way? In your yin and your yang. So instead of the yin yang or 9 being over here, what I'm going to do is yin yang it over here. And the 8 is the separation of the 69 gate, because you never leave your breath or birth at any point in time, right? At what time? What does it mean to be born? What is it? What is it? You have no receptors. You're not fully the body. What is it? Is it a receptor, an antenna? When are you in the body? When is it you? When does it actually count? Right? And when I say don't actually count, don't look at life. I'm not looking at life things. I'm looking at things like computers, right? Your computer, you brought it home, right? It's got everything in it. But yet I don't have the internet. It's not receiving. Does it feel? What about my cat? What about the dog? Why just look at the human? Why can't we look at the animals? Something that's in nature direct in front of us. Just stare at it and watch. Do you know, in order to change something, you know what you do? You go right for the poop. Because every hospital does, and so do all the animals. In Jurassic Park, that's what they showed me. So therefore, that's what I go upon. The 1 and the 2, the king of all. So not only is 1 and 2 the lunar moon and the 2 moons of Mars, Phobos and Deimos, it's also you're standing up by the throne and sitting down. Is it about the seat? Is it the seat that's 3? So if you, that round thing on the seat, the oval on the seat, the oval, and you do know the oval is love, right? You do know that? Did you know that, or you don't know that? The oval is love. Just take the L at the end and put it in the front. That's love, right? The oval. Now you can put the SH on it. You can call it the shovel. Now, if you put the SH on it, it's the 19 and the 8 And with this association, you automatically include R and I. Within the ninth letter is the letter I. And within the 18, and within the 8 is what is in the 18th letter, not by maybe, but by certainty. Because when you say 18, you say 8, but not because of that. There's another thing that in French, they will say 10-8. They separate it. So it is the same original 8. And 8 is special. It has the H in it, right? 8 equals to 49. It has HT. So when you say 18, you don't have to add on EEN. When you say 18th, you don't have to add on the 18th. You only have to add on the H and not the T. So I wanted to show you this. Hold on a second. I never found the whiteout. That's what I was thinking of. Yes, I never found the whiteout. So let me look. Please give me the whiteout. Okay, I found it. See, I got my cards, right? We're going to go through these cards. We're going to talk about the cards. And if you're going to see what I see, like you see a 3, I see a 3. Right? You see the 2? I'll just do the first 4. You see the ace? So let me see. We have 2, we have 3, and we have the ace. You would say, if I had to say get rid of which card, you would probably say get rid of the ace and deuce and keep the 3, right? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the ace. I'm going to get rid of 3 and keep the 2. One reason for that is I got back the ace with 5. And this is a true 7. Here is a 7. Okay? Here is one of your 7s. Here's one of your 7s, your true 7s off the association of the card. You see this 3? Let me do this. Oh, I was looking for a 4. Oh, I can do it with the 5. No, I better do it with the 4. I don't want to lose it. Okay, here's the 4. So what it is I'm just going to do this really rough, right? And I shouldn't have been so rough because I'm supposed to actually do it like this. I'm supposed to actually do it like this and then show you that the 4 and 3 creates your 7, Earth and Mars, right? You see the pole is in Earth. Mars is the 4 pillars, right? Then what we're going to do is the 5 and the 2. So let me see if it works this way. And the reason I cut like this is not just because it shows better, okay? There's another reason to cut like this, little mountains. So when you put the 5 and 2, right, you get 7. And when you put the 4 and 3, you get 7, right? Otherwise, you get 7 instead of having this in the heart zone, right? Instead of having the heart zone. So the thing about the diamonds is the diagonal. When you run diagonal from bottom left on this machine, it's fire, 44 Abraham. It's what is Earth, what is 2 and 6, Taurus into Virgo, Taurus 100, Virgo 71. What is Cancer? What is Water? 67. What is Soul? 67. What is Ishmael? 67. What is 4 quarters for $1? What is 4 times a quarter of an hour, which is 15, which is 60. So 15, right? 15, let me write this down. This is huge important. 4 times 15 equals to 60. and 4 by 25 equals to 100, where 5 by 15 equals to 75. Okay, 5 by 15 equals to 75, and 3 by 25 equals to 75. And the reason for this, there's a game called roulette, and in that game, when you look up orphan roulette, right, there's a section that's detailed where there are 5 numbers, and when they add up to 75. And I have to take a look at that for 1 second, right? Remember, we can go back any period in time. It doesn't matter. We're only studying the situation, right? So here that is, right? Here that is. Okay. So you see 17, 34, and 6 equaling to 57. And there are 2, 4, 5 digits, okay, in 3 areas. Everything counts. How many areas should there be, right? Well, that's the number of areas. Every area can contain how many numbers? Contains 2, right? You can see the 0 is to the center, so we can have a half area space, undeniably. So what is that 0? You split that 0 in half, do you get CC? Irrelevant to the fact that that reality is it shows you one side, so it gives you a 0.5. Okay, so the other part is on the other side. When you take a look, right, you have what is 9 and 31 and 14 and 20 and 1. And that total is 2, 4, 6, 8 digits, right? And it occupies 5 area spaces, right? Now, the thing about 3 and 5, okay, is what is A, B, 1 and 2 equals to 3, and what is BC communication equaling to 5. When you double it up, it becomes 6 and it becomes 10, or what is 60, and 100, or 100% of 60. So when we keep moving on, the numbers keep telling stories about themselves. The C, okay, is the B is what is the heart of AC. It becomes the BB. So anyways, this is 57 and 75. The word moon, 57. And I'm not finished. This is only skeleton. The stories I'm telling you are a skeleton story, right? Skeleton. 75, 75, 57. So this one is going to be 19. It will be 3 by 19 equals to 57. Can anything else equal to 57, right? Can anything else other than the mathematics of 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals to 4 equals to 3 equals to 7? I was also talking about another mathematic. Yes, I was trying to achieve the number 5, and I did that on the other page, and I'm going to come up and show it to you. Trying to achieve the number 5. Is it on this side or that side? Yes, here it is. Here it is. Hold on. Achieving 5. Where did I achieve 5? Okay, here. Okay, let me mark this down. Did I ever find the stuff? Yes, I did. Here's me achieving 5. Hold on a second. I just sound like a mouth rattling at the other side. Okay, just let me put away these cards for a minute. Right. Another thing about, there's other things, a lot of things about these cards, the queens, the kings, right? Jack, queen, king, representation of 4-3-2. This is way too flimsy. This is way too flimsy. Way too flimsy. This is, yeah, I got to just Oh my God, I can't believe how long have I been talking without anybody being here. I just ranted off for 5 minutes on the air you breathe. Who are you? From every breath you take, man made to God, right? You are 80% water. 80% water. What air? Oxygen. 66, 77, 55. What is duplicated to 6 and 6, 12, 1 and 2, 3, 7 and 7, 14, 1 and 4, 5, 5 and 5, 10, 1 plus 0, 1, 351, 351. Add up 1 to 26, it's 351. Perhaps the 153 fish jumped out of the lake. 51 by 3, 3 by 17. 51, right? AE, two fire signs, because the area space of what is all is 10 is not other than what is A, B, C, D, 4 that accumulate to make up all of what is. Only upon the last breath you move the oceans upon yourself. You're the only one that counts. Nobody else counts. No one but you for the breath you take. Only you take the breath. Only you can read the breath you take. Only you create the action of the breath you take. It is only you and only you. Now, how do you proceed? Remember, it's you. And when you look around, it's still you. You look over there, you see someone, someone's called me. Well, guess what? That me is looking out at you and saying, I'm you and you are you, because we are all the same. So we must not reflect ourselves onto others of what we deem we need, because we must live for the needs of the mind, body, and soul. Do not interfere with another that may inflict and interfere with yourself. Oh, I thought it said someone wanted to come up. I guess that's in the background. So 57, right, is 12. 5 and 7 is 12. 7 and 5 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 1 and 2 is 3, right? 1 and 2 is Pisces. 3 is Gemini. 3 and 9 is 12. Bring on the soul. And since it's 5 and 7, it becomes Leo and Libra, right? And guess what? Both of them start with an L. Both of them are for the soul. It's 120, which is in the Trinity, which is in the tetrahedron. If the Trinity did not exist, neither would the tetrahedron. The tetrahedron is 4 sides of 3. That's what the tetrahedron is. It's a 720, or what is known as an AF, or what is in the word of half, HALF. The French say it that way. 5 and 7 is actually what is 12 and 13, mathematically reducing the duality to a singularity in the multiplication of the same, meaning the two numbers that you see before you, 1 and 2, is the bat mitzvah. It runs at a cycle of 12 by 13, where the bar mitzvah runs at a cycle of 13 by 13. The difference, although it's a whole lunar year cycle, the difference is that one runs between the other as the odds and evens run between the other. So 12 is a joint venture into 13, in which it reaches 14, and 14 links to 15. The 15th letter is O, the 14th letter is N. And that is our connection from the feminine 12 to 13. It's an uncalculable. The higher area of numbers and the lower area of numbers in the alphabet is what is 1 through 13, agree or disagree. The higher end is 14 through 26. You can agree or disagree, but I won't change my mind, because I see 26 letters now today, not what is. We can have the add-ons, absolutely. We can keep adding on, and we'll keep making the stories from where they go. So 1 through 13 is 91, and 14 through 26 is 260. They both have a similar equation. What is 7 by 13, right? The other is 13 by 20. This is how the Aztec create formation inside what is the Egyptian calendar, which is 73, right? The air sign times 5, which is the average of all. the Aztecs, the Sumerians, I think it is. I don't know if I have my names right, Sumerians, Aztec. All I know is it's back in time and we can talk about it. We can talk about moving. So the music industry, I believe, some of the genders or genres of music, right? Like that song I just spurted out there out of nowhere, is actually, for me, a guide. And don't remember, it's a game science, right? What is the truth? I don't know. What does it guide me and what does it tell me? Oh, that I do know, you know? So I use what I can use. And right now, let's not go further away than joining our buddies at home, right? This is where I join my buddies at home, right? Mars and Earth and Association. Living here as the students, right? We are the students. How are you, my fellow student, right? How are you, my fellow student? If you would see what I'm doing, if I had to pay for what I'm doing, it would cost me $100. What I'm doing, if you see it, you would say it's only worth not even 5 cents. In fact, I don't think it's worth anything at all. But if it works, it's worth $1 million to me. As long as this thing don't fall on the floor. I got a lot of sawdust in this house. Whoop. Where is that? Okay, yeah. Just put that up there. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? You know what? What does the art say? You know, for me, it's not the art. Me, it's the story. It's just a story. That reality. Everybody tells a story, but you gotta know that's the way it is. Yes, that's the way it is. Still a story. Still a story or an algorithm of the way it is. Should it be that way? No. Should it change? Yes. Does everybody agree? Most likely. What is it? Doesn't matter. If everybody most likely agrees, it's okay. Doesn't matter what it is because we all agree. We all agreed to something somewhere. We will agree. I can tell you absolutely one thing right now. I'm quite sure most of the people on this planet will definitely agree. To the next breath they take. You know, sometimes I don't breathe a little bit because I'm always thinking, talking, moving, you know, doing things, and I stop breathing just to concentrate. That little energy to push the weights up. But my weight is up here, right? I don't like to stammy the weight. I don't like to slow it down, right? Why should I stop myself from what I believe is learning? And I like to go under judgment. It helps me a lot. The minute I go under judgment, it helps me say, okay, this is done. I'll move on. And you might say, well, that's not done. This and this and this. You're right. That's why I'm here. And this, what I'm doing, is shared. There's no limitations to this. There's no worry that if you do this work yourself, this is something I find, this is something you found. I'm showing you the equations, how it goes together naturally. What is honestly to reset my own mind, knowing that I definitely know now that there is 100%, 1000% this creator, whether it's a man-made or not, there is 100% a creator. And I'm reading to you the story that I see, because it's just not possible to say what it says, not only to say what it says, but for me to match up with numerologists, real numerologists, right, that know the basic stuff, like 5 and 5, 55. But I know it connects to the moon. I know it connects to an energy source. I know that 5 times 5 is 25, right? But 2 and 5 is 7. And 5 plus 5 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. That's 1 and 7. That 1, 7 is singularity. I know that 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 is 7 and 8, and that's singularity. I know that if we have 88, we have 88 constellations to the power gates of 77. 8 and 8 equals to 16. 1 and 6 equals to 7. 7 and 7 equals to 14. 1 and 4 equals to 5. I connect my 5 and 5 up into my 7. But what most is that 5 times 5, 5 plus 5 is 35. And 3 and 7, the air sign, to 5 and 5, what is Leo? And that becomes what is the fire sign. And you are now running through this gateway, which is inside the 88 constellations, connecting to this number here, which is connecting to this game over here in the trains of Harry Potter, to understanding that that will then get broken down to where this is now Monopoly, to where the borderline, okay, is 88, 2 rows, to where the heart is 1, to where the corner is 7, to where the corner is 1, to the heart is 7, to where the heart is 1, to the left is 6, to the right is 6, 6, 1, 6, 13. To where all the divisions of 13 have 2 answers, 0, 7, 6, 9, 2, 3, 6 numbers totaling 27, or 1, 5, 3, 8, 4, 6, which is the duplicate of this number. This one happens in 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, and what over here I think is 11. And the first one happens in 3, 1, 4. What is 9? What is 10? And what is 12? And when you associate them, they're 999,999. No more than 9, for the reason that the cube, no more than 6 and no more than 9, for that is what is on the cube. It is not 1 million. Okay, 999,999. And it also goes along with connecting here. What is the 2 doors to the left and to the right? It's a 2x4 door 8, a 2x4 door 8, connecting up 1 square of 9 and 1 square of 9, taking up 7 of 8 areas, making it 1717, connecting the silver gates. 1717 equals to what is 25, and equals also to what is Earth's heart connection. Then we go on to show you that this gate over here, right, actually came from this door over here, which is down by the Vatican Jubilee, connecting up 9 areas, leaving over 2, using up 6 and 2, and using up 3 and 5. Well, the 3-5 over here connection, right, will actually show you that when you connect the 3-5, you have to split the gates of 6 and 8 by the virtue of 2 and 4. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4, 6 and 8. You take your 5 and your 2 that are left over, and you got your 5 and your 2 that are left over. And if you take a look over here, when we did the first square, I left 2 over here. There were 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 left over here. That's your 5 and 2. And here's your 1, and there's 7 connect. But when the 7 connected, it connected with 3, okay? And then it connected here. Look, connected in your house here. This was already connected, right? So it connected your bar over here, connected an extra 1. It connected an extra 2, right? It connected an extra 3. It connects an extra 4. It connected 5. So this time it connects you, 4. So it connects you 4. This one's on the other side. So it connects you 4 more than you were 3. So it connected first 3, then 4. Here we connected a 6, okay? And then we connected a 1. 1, 6, 3, 4. Connect. So when you look at the dice cube, we have a 1, 6 reverse, and we have what is a 3, 4 reverse. Don't tell me this is not coincidental, accidental. Don't tell me this is not part of a fine creation. This is impeccable. This is unbelievable. This is utopia. You couldn't have it any better. This is the greatest thing we can ever find. For me, that is. The artwork that goes along. If I can't design, how can they design? How can you not design? It's a dot and a dash. That's all it is. Coordinate space. You don't have to be the fine, the cuisine. You have to know the base of it all. And the base is to know where you want the building, right? The pieces and parts you have to build, to study those pieces and parts, to know the reality of what is one is all that can be. They said all that you can be. Is it one up or one down? If it's one up, And one down, well, one down is one out, and that's three strikes. Well, it took three balls to get three strikes. Did you know that? In order to get a strike, you need a ball. Well, strike a match. We can do it that way. So, um, yeah, I wanted to show you this before my break. I thought this was important. Oh yes, and I didn't get the white out. You know what? Let me put this. Let me put this. This is the first time I think I'm going to use this. Oh yeah, I wanted to show that other one. Yeah, I like this. This is up on my ceiling there, but no big deal. Not that one. See this one here? I just had to stop by. You remember, if you like something, call it out. This is the movement of four. Okay, this is the movement of the elements. This is four in a row. There's other numbers. I can switch all the numbers, but the algorithm movement of the numbers will always be the same. This one is with four, right? I can do it with 12. I can put 1, 13, right? And you can see how that works, right? That's the thing I wanted to talk about before I didn't get to it. Okay. So yeah, so the thing about 13, I just want to do this real quick, is that 1, 13, 25, 37, 2, 14, 26, 38, and 3, 15, 27, 39, the angels in Saturn with the 000 roulette. There's also what is the okay, so wow, I hate to lose myself. We were talking about 151 and what 3, 5, and 1 is very important. Don't forget the orange ball and pull made of yellow, and what is red, which is 1 and 9, and what is red is 3 and 11. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1. The red ball recreates itself in fire. 3 fire signs directly in the 9 numbers on the tablet. 3 of the signs are hidden. The 10th sign of Capricorn is hidden. The 11th sign of Aquarius is hidden, and the 12th sign of Pisces is hidden. But more or less, is 1 hidden over here? Is 1 and 2 of Pisces here? Is Aquarius staying home in 1? 1 and 1, 1 and 2, 1 and 0. So what is the 0? Is it not the extremity of the screen? 0, 7, starting at the point in the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 0, 7 is everything between 1 and 6. And now you have this dice. So what was that other thing? Yes. So this is what I wanted to just poke in front. Just Pokemon. Yes. Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon, the machine. The machine. Oh, it's behind the screen, but I put up a white screen so we can do some hand designs on the wall. I got to get rid of a lot of this stuff. It's interfering with my, oh, you know what? Maybe it's here. That's impossible. I keep losing the same thing. See this one over here? I'm going to show you a Monopoly game. See, the Monopoly game is from this corner to this corner. So if you looked at the Vatican door, right, should you be looking at this as well? This here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is the Monopoly board. There are 13, okay, 13 across, 11, 11. 1 and 2, 1 and 3 over here, right? 13, 11 is 1 and 1 is 2, 13, 1 and 3 is 4. Why is it like this? Because in this one, this is where Mars conjunctions. This is where the everything splits. If you were to take out a protractor, you would be marking the spot here. If you had to do this again, you can do it here. You can do it here. You can do it here. This here is like this here over here. It's the heart of the Monopoly board. It is what is 61613 or a 13 by 13 area space where the separation is 6 by 6. But when heading and doing a board like this, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and closing out is 7 and 7 is 14. Over here, it's 616 with the separation. In duality, the only thing in duality, okay, in our alphabet is the I and the R. They're both nines, the 18th and the 9th letter. We end the alphabet without counting it again. Why? Is it because of this reason over here? This would ultimately be what is the train tracks in Monopoly, right? It would be the train tracks. This is number 13. What I showed you is over here. What I showed you is from here to here in the other board. So when you count, do not count the centers. We'll count in between. 6 and 6 is 12. Running the two zodiac signs or now separating it by all the trains of Potter's trains. Potters are stops. Everybody put up the stop. I design everything, the mathematics. Where is your A letter? What is the tetrahedron? How do you get this? Just follow the lines. That's all. Follow the experts and just rehash out the skeleton worlds they have created for us. Mapping out everything, highways and byways, towns and cities and countries by the name and the word. Let the alphabet speak for itself. My equipment is always ready for everyone. My equipment is my mind, and all I need is the time. All I need is the question from all those who desire to know, who desire to grow. For this is the game of all that we play. This has nothing to do with life in itself, other than all that is, all that you've ever spoken about, all that you've ever seen, heard, touched, thought. If it's a word, before you begin to understand it, I'm here 22 years. And still yet, I only understand the basics of the spelling, its mathematics, its connections. I know in the numbers what they say, that I am happily to be a Martian. Matter and energy, undivided and divided, be the residency of the spirit, which spells out the word Mars. Heinz 57 is the reverse inversion of Mars. What is MN? What is AZ? What is R? Okay, is going to be I, and what is S will be H. And in the negative, you get Heinz 57, the femininity and the masculinity, bringing it together. The bar mitzvah and the bat mitzvah, all the plamatic and geometric shapes bring on the dwarf of Pluto. So it should be known that what is so small is so big. Right? The greatest implosion is going to be when it gets very small. Is that what it is? So we're going to take a few-minute break. I'm going to show you this, Rotus Seder, how number 1 works, the rotations of what is 7 and 8, because they are in the singularity. And you know what's really cool about, I think it's after 4, right? Starting positions. There's a difference between starting at 1 and starting at 7, or starting at 0 or starting at 40. 7 and 40 are different, because 40 is an in-between area space of 3 and 3, we're making the one area space the difference. That the separation of 1 equally inside this design is 3, 4, 3 equaling to 10, equaling to whole, 1 whole of 1 half, because this is complete or incomplete. That when you put 2 together of 3 corners, you end up with 1, 2, 3. If you connect the other one, how many corners do you have? All you have is 4. Why? Because these 2 get duplicated. You're only left with this one and duplication. But since there should be 3 here, it'd be 3 and 1, 4. And when you connect the 3 and 1, 4 and the 3 and 1, 4, when you think you're going to get 8, right? All you're going to get is 5. 8 creates 5. The stop sign of 8 creates 5. I only can say it because I designed it. That's all. 3 sticks, diagonal 3 sticks, and 4 sticks. Where the 4 sticks, 4 directions. 4 by 4, 16, plus 4, 6, 20, plus 1 stick, 21, when all the sticks join together. First and last and all the best for all the rest. ST. Is the last as good as the gold? Well, what's the difference? If it was the other end of this, it would be the tetrahedron. How many sticks to make the other end of this? Guess what? Just 3. Let's do it. Let's take a 2-minute break and finish and just add on to something over here. Let's see if we can get I like 764. I wish I can watch a little bit more of the news, what's going on in the world. I should to reset, but I've been staying away from it. Love without the L in front is of, or if you put it at the end, it's oval. What is oval? What is the association between the spade, right, and the shovel, or sorry, in French, it's a pelle, or a spade, right? A spade is known to be a pick. A pick is known to be with a shovel. Spade and the pick. What is it? What is it to see 6 feet down, 72 inches? What is it about 72 money? The house of bait, 27. Base creation, 1 between 2 equals to 3. Reverse alphabet, 24x. CX, sex, 324, 18 by 18. 324, the vibration of Earth, 32 in Leo. Leo, big Leo for the energy, the power. So we're going to connect this together. We have a little music on. We'll take a little bit of a break if someone wants to come up and add to the story, but not to interrupt the story, but to make your own addition to what I can search out, so that we can spread the knowledge of what's in that little teeny story, right? This is not a personal thing. It's not about me, not about you, not about any of us, other than certain aspects of how I'm just trying to remember. Yeah, I have to be quiet when I get thirsty and a little, Where's my phone? I got Miss Puffball over here. I'd like to shave her just in one spot. I'm so happy I can find everything almost, I'm getting used to the new setup, Can I just look at your fur? Okay, I did it. Wow, you're such a good girl. You're such a good girl. Oh, there's a little bit left. She's got so much fur, you know, and she loves it. She loves it. I don't know if I should take off more. She loves it so much. I don't know if it means take off more or not, but it makes like a complete mess. But you know what? It's sort of well worth it. Take me 6 months to clean, so take me 6 months to get back. So let me see what else of a mess. Let me see how to pick this up. Oh, I can pick it up with that picker upper. Hey, how's everybody doing? Let me keep you busy for 24 hours, right? It's got to be that hair picker upper. You know, I put everything away and I can't find it. Oh boy. Yeah, okay. I sort of put everything away. I sort of knew where I could find it. Well, I got a piece of tape, so I got a piece of big tape. Oh yeah, tape works a little bit. You know, a vacuum would probably work. She's a good girl. I'm sorry to make the noise, girl. You're a good girl. Sorry, I'm not going to make the noise. Shh. Can you show everybody? Oh my God, you're still tagging out there, eh? Oh my God. Can I see? Let me see your heart. Okay, just give me a second. Just let me. Okay, just 1 second. You want some more food? Because you were such a good girl, I'll let you eat as much as you want forever and ever. Oh my God, not true. See, sometimes we say silly things. Now, okay, where's your food? Right, your food's here. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Yeah, we're on a little break here. If you got to go to the pee-pee room or something, do a 1 and a 2 or take a deep breath. You're here on Mr. Tackman's A Wild Ride of Art and history, things I don't know yet, you're going to teach me. I'm only going to learn by you, right? Where else am I going to learn? So I'm making myself a little coffee. Sit back and have a little chat. May my cousin rest in peace. My uncle rest in peace. My grandparents rest in peace, as they are all above us. Meaning that they all know, they're all awake, all aware, all awake, bubbies and zadies and fathers and parents, right? In this game, everybody comes alive, and you can see it in the map, you can see it in the designs, and it's not my design, right? It's not my design. Design is inside the creation that we live today. Whatever language you speak, that's your design. Right? That's your design. What happened to the what happened to the amount of people in North America? How popular is English? Right? That's one of my questions is how popular is English? Oh, I don't want this cup. Yes, so I'm busy making a coffee. How popular is English? How popular is French? How popular is Spanish? What is the language we speak a lot of? Well, regardless to any of this, it's all about the ABCs of all the languages, right? I don't know them all, so I can't do them all. But what I can do is I can listen to the sounds. I can look at all the experts, write everything down. You know, they write everything down, and from everything you write down, right, the truth of the experts, whether it's Einstein or Darwin, that's the truth I'll run with. It is the scholars, right, universities, everybody deemed as acceptable. That's what I'll do, because then you'll accept the work I do to show you their skeleton of their work, of the word, of the breath they took. All they did is they came here for 50, 60, 70 years. They took a breath. They read. They gave back and regurgitated to us. They told us the story, and we took it on in the future, passing the torch. I'm trying to think. There was something else to do. I really liked that. Oh my God! What? How in the world? I'm sorry. I am. I got to tell you what just happened. Like I am freaking. I am like not happy. Day number 6,000. Clumsy. Drop. Broke. You know, whatever it is. Ruined something. Impatient. Forgetful. You know what I'm saying? You know, whatever it is. I'm aware. And misunderstandings. Like right now, check this out. This is a personal thing right now. This is what happened. I got caught for speeding about a month in December 12th, I think it was. Yes, I was not in my head that day. Yes, I remember that. I remember exactly what I was doing. And I also saw the sign that said school zone. And when the cop lights came behind me, I was just over the bike path. Between the bike path and the 50-yard line or 50 speed limit, well, that's what I told the cop. I said the 50-yard line, I says, hey, I was going for the ball. No, at the 50, I know it's there. I see it. I put on the brake. I was doing 35 kilometers an hour. How did the car come up on me on the bike path at the same time when they said I was marked for the speed? Made no sense. And then they said I could have got you going quicker. I'd like to know what you were doing with that button, because the quicker part from the stop to the path is 20 feet. So where was the quicker? Because I'd be in the 50 zone. So it didn't make sense when he said that. And I'm going to go in and contest it, because it doesn't make any sense that they should be behind me at the same time they said they caught me, which is 105 meters from the area of space they were parked. They could not possibly get into the car and be behind me all at the same time. It's just too coincidental. It doesn't make any sense at all. And I know where I am, and I passed there a million times. So I don't like to have to go in and have to pay more, but is that a battle I shouldn't be fighting? There's another battle also. There's another one, right? Something weird happened. Just really weird. But anyways, let me get on. Yeah, so all these things, like, they sit in your head, right? They sit in your head. So who haunts who? We haunt ourselves. So the thing about haunt, so give me a minute. I have something to do. I have something to do. What is it? I don't remember. We're all on break right now. I'm talking out of my empty head. Yeah, I got to change my name from, I don't want to take, I'm going to take off the empty. I thought others would understand. It's 33. Yes, I came here to get the cup. That's what it was. Oh my God. You know, I lost the saw twice this morning. Hey, I had no idea that it snowed like 10 inches last night, eh? I had no idea. I had absolutely no idea. Okay, so this is done. This is coming out of here, right? Oh, I found my phone. Just 1 second. I want to check my car. Right? I want to check my car. I want to see if I can put my car in the parking lot right now. So just give me a second over here. Wow, it's still coming out, the copy. Okay, just hold on. I'm just cleaning up over here. Yeah, gotta redo my coffee. Made a big error. Made a big error. Redo the coffee. Hey, meow meow, what's going on? Meow meow. Meow 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 meow. Okay, where are we? What do you mean meow? Meow? What's the meow? What's the meow? Let me see. Let me see your heart. Oh yeah, not bad. Let me see your heart. Oh, it's not even clear. This is horrible. That's horrible, kitty, what I do, eh? That is just, it makes such a mess. I know you like it, but for me it's a mess, you know what I'm saying? We'll clean up after. How you doing there, kitty? How's everybody doing? Oh, is the coffee ready yet? No, where's the cream? Get the cream, get the coffee, get the cream, get the coffee. Coming back. See, we are Mars Electric, right? Navy Marine Corp. Let's go. Let's go. Oh yeah, that one's really cool. That one's when you bring the let me see what it is. Yeah, it's sideways, right? Over here I think is number 7. Over here is 7. Over here is 7. Over here is 7. This is turned sideways, the points here. You can turn it the other way as well. They both count. You can see one house here, one house here. The 8 brings them both together. If you look at the V, it's a Roman numeral 5. Roman numeral 5. Do we have a V down here? It shows not. It shows it does have a fine line here. Here it shows a hexagon separation, right? Here and here. So this is the straight line. This is the dot. 5 value, 1 value according to the Aztec. The separation in the 8 gets the 5 value, while the points get a 1 value. Oh yeah, don't put that on the table. You know you're going to spill it. Don't tell me that, Jack. I know the way you do things, Jack. So the next one we're going to do is that's the original, right? So this is the connection, your silver cord. 7 connects to 1. The fine line of the cube running through. The Monopoly game running 616 ending here. So what is the connection here? This is when the game changes from Monopoly and crossing over to the other side. And now we have the game of pool that crosses over to the other side and creates a 7178 with a 1-8 connection 9, a 2-8 connection 10. And this is the way the game goes. That's 7 connection 8. And that 8 connection is your connection to the points of the constellations and their association between what are their movements. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. The heart of 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, until you get to 9 1s and 9 2s and 9 3s. We have to go to the extremity to understand. And the cycling of 0, 7, 6, 9, 2, 3, which is 1, 8, 15, 20 to 29. No, wrong, which is 1, 13, 25, 37. We start over again, and it's all 1 divided, or any one of these numbers divided by 13, or 0, 7, 6, 9, 2, 3, 1, 5, 3, 8, 4, 6. And what is 7? 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 7, which is what is 7, right? Any number divided by 7, anything after the decimal. Even though, yes, it's easy to say that it's algorithmic, I didn't find any of this. This is all old news. This is just me, how I associate the story and bring it together through the alphabet, through the zodiac signs, through the 13 moon, through the bar mitzvah, the bat mitzvah, Rubik's Cube and Saturn Square, from ABC and Morse code, from any period in time in history. This is what I see us doing together in the game, from everything that exists in life. So there's still 2 pieces I didn't do here. I wanted to show from the beginning. It's a singularity of 1 and 2. All right, how's everybody doing? It's amazing. I'm here for 2.5 years. I get 2 people up on the channel. I have to take that into account for some time. Another time? What was that, Levit? What was that? What did that mean? Was I not looking at the board? Are you already gone? Yeah, I'm just taking a 1-minute break or 2-minute break. I just gonna, where's my coffee? Okay, it's here. Just want to breathe. How you doing there, buddy? You like that better when you got a little shave? Or is that bugging you? What do you think? Are you happy, mad, sad that I did that? You don't care? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I care. How much do we care? Do you care? Is it more about how we care or don't care? How others see us caring or believe that we care, when they say we don't care, what are they expressing when they don't care? Are they throwing their own vision upon us on how they see us through their own eyes, right? So that is through their eyes. So then we have to understand their eyes, understanding the eyes of all others. The Vesuvian man that you see, I had a different vision on that, right? And I'm not sure if I have the artwork for it here. You know what? I'm going to pass this off as one of the pieces. See what happens is, where is it? See this one over here? The Vesuvian man would be right in the center. But when you spread out to the extremity, but you remain in the center. Your thoughts span, right, from where you are, right? See the knee bending, straight, stretching, tilt, bending. I'm not on one foot. If I'm on one foot, I'm dividing a window. If I'm on 2 feet, I'm connecting these two, and these two are 4, and these two are 4, connecting these two. So 1, 2, 3, 4 equals to 144,000. But these two over here equals to 72,000, the tetrahedron. The father, the mother, the child connected together by 1/2 and 1/2. When I say land, animal, and man, Rabbi Fine says L is the soul, L is 12, L is 120, 3 by 120 for 36, 360. It is 36 inches to a yard. A yard is what is a hash mark, and we play football every Sunday, running for the 15-minute mark, having penalty flags thrown all over the field. We have a quarterback, right? We snap the ball. It's a pigskin. So when you know all the words and everything that associates with the numbers, you can, wow, you are just flying. You are just absolutely flying. See, I was making pictures on the wall yesterday, right? Teachers, leave those kids alone. Sigma, signal testing system. The horsepower, the V6 and the V8. Here is the letter I and the letter H at the same time. HI 17. 8 divided by 7. 1142857. 2 divided by 7 is 128,857,142, if I remember correctly. Regardless, there is no 3, 6, and 9. Right? This is all you can do in a box, or is it? Should I have started in the corners or not? And why did I do it this way? Is it because each box is a square? Every time you see a point, it's because it's a cross. And when you see the cross over here, how is it that I intercepted so early? Is it because there's a separation and a continuation? See the continuation line over here? Was there a continuation line here? Is it the octo bear, the BE, the AR, the sounding like? Right? Look at that. I just create the F over here on the R. What is the R, right? A fleur-de-lis, connections, just connections everywhere, right? So I'm going to unplug. I'm hoping to plug this. Okay, can I plug this somewhere? Just give me a second. Unplug this light. I need to plug this in a little bit. Okay, I think this is more stable now. Maybe I can tilt it back just a bit. Do I have something like a pen or something? Maybe. I think I got this 20 years ago. Yo. Which way do I go? Do I go this way? Do I go this way? So, am I doing it on top of what I did? Right? You know what I'm doing is like awkward. Like who in the freak really truthfully is going to do what I just did? For what reason? Why not remove the iPad? Why not hold it in your hands? Why not turn it upside down? You know that's what you should have did, but you didn't do it. Why not? Why didn't you do it? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Talking to me. Talking to me. I have to talk to me. I have to know the left and the right. I don't know what's in the cream. Was my cream made with skim milk? Did they pasteurize my cream? Why did they pasteurize my cream? I'm sitting here in the shopping center and I'm thinking like, what the fuck? They pasteurized my cream. I just want to go down the street to the farmer, but now I'm too shy to show up at the farmer's door. He's so busy with rules and regulation. Who steps into his place? Oh my God, the cow. Oh my God, the poor cow. Oh, the poor cow. The poor kitty. The poor dog. The poor pig. The poor chicken. Oh my God, look what they're doing to the chickens now. After the process, after they take care of it for their beautiful life, cooped up, they bring it to the abattoir. You ever hear that? Within the dark night, the name for the place, they take the chicken's last leg, right? It's the last leg. They take the chicken's last leg. So what is it about one? I like to look at one as the division of two sides. So when I take and I make two, is that two? Or are the dots two? And where should I be putting these dots? Well, according to the Aztec, a numeric completion, okay, is what is 3-4, right? What is 3-4? Here is 3-4. Here is 3 dots for 3 connects, and here is 4. But to create the fourth, right? To create the fourth, I only needed the pole of the Christmas tree to create the fourth and create completion. That if I had an invisible area here and here, or shared amongst another area, mirroring to the remainder of the 3 houses that surround the infiltration of one house through this door or this door. And I show you that with the understanding of these dots and dashes in area space, that it can be looking like 9 dots, or it can be looking like 9 areas. If it's 9 full dots in their own, it means the area can be split like this into 4. If it's encompassed with a square, it will go into 9. The square goes into 9. The 4 divides the area space amongst the others. This one can only do it diagonally because corner and corner and corner and corner. Now imagine this happens. And when does this happen? I have to set this up one day. I haven't done it yet. Maybe I can try and do it now. So what happens? Okay. I'm going to do it on this side here. I think I can do it here. Okay. Now what happens? All right. This is like this. And this cube is like this. Okay. And what I believe could happen, if it was true, that when one of them are seated, right, they expand and they open up a gateway only when it's seated, but not before. So here's what it looks like,
right? But when we're done, right, it pulls apart, okay, and it opens up like it should open. Like, I don't think I did it right, okay, because it should be more near the edge, okay? So I need to put it right at the edge. Hold on a second. All right, so it's got to be at the edge. And then when it pulls apart, it leaves two diamond shapes. But when it's together, right, when it's together, it's just square. But when it pulls apart, or if it's on a train, right, and it pulls apart, it becomes like two diamond shapes pulling each other, changing the angle that you can cross as a plus sign instead of obligating as the diagonal. I cannot do a plus sign in the heart of this cube without having an area space dot here to follow. I have to be on a line, but if I'm on a line, I have to be in the corner. That's the rule and obligation of this for everything that goes on. So those are the two rules. One, I call it the 22-11-33 window, the 9 lives of the cat. Why do I call it this? That when you use one window, this area here, it splits everything. It creates 4 spaces. It's a 2x2. When I take just one space over here, it has 8 around it. This is a 1x1. These 4 is a 2x2. Earth, 3x3, right? And then after this, what encompasses this? This is only one side encompassing the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 encompass this side of the 4. How many more will go around to encompass this? Can you guess? Since there's 1, 2, 3, okay, we have to have the same thing on this side over here. So we would have another 5 over here and then fill in the 2 corners. That make up 7. So it becomes 12 and 4. 12 surround 4. And in the game of pool, it is purple. So purple ball is now into Mars. 4 and 12 equals to 16. So we have, I'm going to show you. And I need to do this one just in case somebody talks about duality. Okay, 4, 12, 20. So when you see 4, 12, 20, 4 squares, 12 squares, 20 squares. When you split this, there's a few ways to do it. One is to say I can bullseye it like this, but that's not a bullseye. There's no center in this to the bullseye. The bullseye don't show up here. You want to see where the bullseye shows up? That's where the bullseye shows up. That's the Monopoly game. This is what I was showing you right over here. This is a 1, 8, 16, 24. So the thing about this is there's 2 ways to look at it. Are we counting by ones, doubling up, or encompassing? Are we counting one side or the other side? What does it mean to add a rib to atom? Adding a rib to atom can be the simplest thing as taking one of these lines and going from here down to here and here, and this adds a rib to the atom, to the single cell. That's it. The thing about this is 11, 33, 55, 77. Remember, 7 is not like the rest. The theory of ABC. The ABC and then D, all about 5. It's AD and it's BC. It's AD equals to 5 and BC equals to 5, but A times D, okay, equals to 4, and B times D equals to 6. I talk about the numbers themselves. Welcome into the house. Welcome here. What do? I just talk about the numbers. What truth is it? Only your questions can bring on a reality okay, that you can see. For me and you listening to me, what does it give? If you don't ask any questions, what do I see? The payment on this channel is to ask questions, is the payment. Make me work is your payment to know that you want to know and that it makes sense. And therefore the theory becomes abundant in reality and deep, and focus is real, and the tree of life becomes more real than you ever thought, and the chakras become more real than you ever thought, and the zodiac begins to speak, and ABC begins to tell you that MJ Jackson, right, was always telling the story. He had to go, he never went, he already knew, just like I do, and I know, but that's for oneself. You know, I was watching some Terrence Howard, and I don't have any patience for most of the social media. He said, she said, I know better than you. Show me the different, laugh and throw the people off. Ha ha ha. You want to learn? You see the difference. You understand the difference. You have to look at the numbers and question the numbers themselves, and then say, what is one? What is one? What is three? What is five? A 5 by 5? Or what if it's in here? Because in here is a 6 by 6. So when you divide this area up, so I have to clean my camera. I cannot concentrate when I cannot look into that camera and see what I'm doing. So I'm a little upset. And it's been bothering me for the amount of time I've been here for the last couple of minutes. All right, I only got here, what, 5 minutes ago? What time is it? 12:26. Wow. So that's 7:46, right? 7:46, God, God. So that is also 7:20, 7:46, 26 leaving 34. We're at the dog's gate. That was the other thing. The hunt. Does anybody know what the haunted house is? Well, guess what? In Hebrew, hunt is a dog. We're in the dog house. The two dogs. Alphabet science, the science of gematria itself. We're actually, I've never seen anything, maybe I haven't found it yet, right, where I can actually go and study. I don't want to know, okay, that one tells me about the child yet. I don't want to know about Aleph, father, or Beit, mother, or Gimel. Is Gimel the child? I don't know. I would like to know, just to understand the guidelines of that. But still, lo and behold, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, and that's what it is. And then Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet. Let me follow the order. Achat, Shtayim, Shalosh, Achat, Aleph. Achat, Shtayim is Bet. Shalosh, okay, is Gimel. Achat, Shtayim, Shalosh, Arba. So you got Arba and Dalet. I like that, the letter sounding R, Arba, right? Arba, RBA. Wow, that's cool. You know, 9 times 2 is 18, right? And 9 plus 2 equals to 11. You might think it's like nothing, but it's a real big deal because 2 is the lowest number and R is the highest number in the first 18 of 360 degrees between this side and that side and one side of both sides. Like that side and this side, or this side and that side. Is it this side and this side, or this side and this side? If it was this side, it would go to this corridor. If it was this side, it'd go to this corridor, and they would play. But if it was this side, and this, sorry, if it was this side and this side would go to this corridor, right? And this side would go to this corridor to play, or to this corridor to play with that corridor. Where is the teaming up? A, what is here? Here is A. What would you think would be over here? D. A, D. So let me go. A is here, and right over here, okay, is going to be K, L, M. So M is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 is Libra on the train track. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 inside here. So you ran the whole entire alphabet, 26 all the way to here. Now what's left over? 9, 3 is 12. You got the zodiac. 12 and 9 is 21. Let me start that over again. There might have been something I didn't do to start with. Yes, there was. I'm not going to overlap. I'm going to go 3 to the outside, right? I'm going to go all the way to here, and that'll be 13. 14 ends up in here. 14 ends up in here. It's a 5. Then you go 9 here, okay, over to 20. I said 14, right? Then you go to 23, 24, 25, 26. That's an 8. So 14, and here we got an 8. And that was 26. And then you got 9 here is 35, 36, 37, 38. And you got 9 here. Okay, 38 is 47. I'm supposed to have 48. It's supposed to be a total of 48. There's supposed to be 48. What it is up to here, there are 11. And then from here, up to here, there are 11. 13, 4 and 9 is 13. Yes. Wow. Stop. Reset. First row only. Don't mix yourself up. First row of these squares here. Count it as 1, 2, plus the 9 here is 11. Okay? Stop. If you want to go to here, it is 12. And then this one will count from here, and it'll count all the way to this one here, the first area, and that is 12. And then you count here, 1, 2, and then 9 over here is 11, and 1 inside here, and that is 12. That is 36. And then here, that is 12, and that is 48 minutes in the basketball game. The second row is what is from here over to the first one. When you count, should I start from here? When you count to here, how much is it, right? But you can't stop here and you can't stop here. Do you know why? Because when you stop here, you cannot start from here. Here you had a starting position. Now we stop here. So when you go 9 and 2, it is 11. And then from here, stop here, it is 11. And then from here, over here, because look at the area space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, 11, 11 is 33, 34, 35, right? 35. And now you have 9 here is 44. It doesn't, oh yes, that's, shouldn't be 44. Hold on a second. I stopped here. That's 11. So that's 33. And now you count down here. 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. I made an error somewhere. I made an error. Okay, yes, here's the error. This is 1 and 9, 10. And 1 and 9, 10. Yes, if that's 12, this has to be 10. 1 and 9, 10. And then 1 and 9, 10. And then what you do is 1 and 9, 10. But if I went right into here, right? If I went right into here, this would be 1, 9, 1, right? And then over here would be 9, 1 only. And then over here would be 9, 2, 11. And then over here only 9. That's why. It depends how you use it. But regardless of the fact, there are 88. It'll take just 2 seconds. So here is what the rims look like. Okay. No, I got to fix this screen. Something is wrong ever since I got it fixed. And it happened last year. There are days, I'm going to tell you right now, I've been doing this for 22 years in front of the screen. I know there are days, right, that the energy, and I never would see this before. Okay. I knew people that when I was younger, oh, the spirit, the soul, the Reiki, the this, and I'm going, okay, no hocus pocus for me. I says, I'm responsible for my life. I said, I make my choices. I says, if I'm pushed to the left and to the right, I've made many wrong moves in my life and wrong choices. Okay. Did I do it on purpose? Was I pushed that way? What made me make my mind knowing that the outcome might be less than favorable? What did I put anybody at arm's length? Obviously, if you hurt somebody's mental ability, that is not good for anybody. No one's looking to hurt anybody else, at least no sane person. Remember, we are our mirrors. You are who I am. Do we go around a merry-go-round? Right? Is it merry-go-round? Mars Mary? Is it an arc in the sky? In French, a rainbow is arc-en-ciel. An arc can be an electrical arc in the sky. Who knows what is as you know nothing other than what is by the particles of the elements, by the periodic table, by how the birth comes upon that the elements meet the protons, the electrons, and the neutrons, and all of a sudden you can speak and talk and walk and think on your own and fabricate things by the word of man or the word of God, by the breath you take. 66, 77, 55, what is 351? That Tzolk'in runs within you. And you be Tzolk'in a lot there, 420. Why? It is 80. So what is 80? It is bronze. It is what is one between two. Is it I and all? I will spin. I will be a ballerina on one leg. And when I lift the other leg, it looks like a number 4. So Abraham is all around in the house of Isaac. Rachel, Sarah, Jacob, Ishmael, running the 7 seas. 7 times 3, 7 plus 3, 21 and 10 equals to 31. Area space monopoly, go to jail. 71, the silver court. 111, the heart of the cube. 151, 2 air signs, 432, 432, and vibration 864, the sun encompassed at 135, 351, or any combination. I lost my concentration. I said too much. 1133, 55, 77 on the borderline of the constellations. May 1 be the power that runs the circuitry. So Mystic Circle, I think that's what they called it. So I still haven't been able to really put 2 and 2 together with this because I don't know anything about anything that has to do with space other than, the association and understanding of what I was going to show you before. This was from the very beginning. Whoop. Okay. Whoa. Slow down, cowboy. Slow down, cowboy. All right. You know, if we're going to look at, the deck of cards as a club, right? So the club shows three circles, and the two triangles, a little different from each other, could be, and what is here is that you can connect here, here, and here because of the three balls. At the same time, right, what happens between the three balls, let me see if I can show it to you. Yes, this one here, here, and here is not really a triangle, but what the circles do for the motion of the water, for this one turns this way, spewing that way. And then this one, let me see where the other one is. Sometimes I have trouble seeing where they are. This is the circle, right? And here's the circle here. So if this circle is turning this way, right, it's going to spew this way, it's going to go this way. And if this one's turning this way, it's going to spew the arrow this way, to spew the arrow this way, to spew the arrow this way. So it follows each other. So this is the movement of the water, and this is the connecting gears. What is 5, 5, 5? If so, if that's what it is, or is what is 2, 4, 6? Or what is 8, 6, 4? 8, 6, 14, 8, 4, 12. So we have to understand that there's a left hemisphere and a right hemisphere, and they match together at numbers that don't match. That's that reality. When you connect them together, I can show you that 3 connects to 9. And then for this original 9, this is the original 12, sorry, 1 connecting to 9, there's only 2 more connects now. So this one will connect to 6, this one will connect to 6, and this one will connect to 6. That'll be another 18. Why? I'll have one of these triangles. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, so let's take a 2-second break here. Let me see if I can do this. Call you back. Sorry about that, missed the call. Okay, so yeah, just want to put on this. Sometimes I forget so fast. You know what's crazy? Hold on. Why do I have to put it up here? Why can't I put it the other way? You know? And why do I have a wire on top of a wire impeding me from plugging this in? All right. So, so there's your tetrahedron, right? So we're going to work on that. And I'm going to show you the tetrahedron here. If I didn't lose it for the 900th time in front of me. Man, if I get frustrated so fast. Oh my God. Is it here? Is it there? Where is it? Anyways, that's why. And then we, and then we have, that's what it is. You want tennis, 69.78, right? You want the 5, you want 12, the bat mitzvah, communication in 5. But it's not only that, right? It's a 2 times 4, 2 plus 4. 8 and 6, 14, 1 and 4 is 5, right? Is the forest 5? And then what you have is 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 is 2 and 3 is 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5 equals 5, right? So let's see if we can do this, right? Before I go, so we have 7 times 6 equals 42. 7 plus 6 equals 13 plus 42 equals to 55. I have 1 times 2 equaling to 2. I have 1 plus 2 equaling to 3, and 2 equals to 5. I have 2 times 4 equals to 8. 2 plus 4 equals to 6. 6 and 8 equals to 14. 1 and 4 equals to 5. So BC reaches AD through what is 6 and 8 through the 7th gate. 6, 1, 6. 8 and 1 run into each other, as they do. 1 area space with 8 around it, 1 to the corner with 8 on the outside, or 8 on the inside of every corner. And there are 4. There are 8 that surrounds all the way around 3, leaving the C letter. Or the reality is on this cube, they tell you stop at 7. So therefore, I would leave out these 2 and go around for C, or for C, or any C you want. But not only that, okay, not only that, 7 of 9, you can also do 4. Why? The original building block of this, okay, is 1, is also 2, is also 3. But to finish it off, the 4 corners of the 4 on the inside, and the movement of the elements of 4, and the connection between 5, or the 5 by 1260 of the Chinese sign, knowing where the machine is in Leo. Leo Scorpio. 85, the Silver Connect. 58 of Venus. Right? You know what year we're in? 5786. That's right. That's right. 8, okay, and 5 is 13, and 7 and 6 is 13, right? This year, right, we have ended the numeric alphabet this year. Next year, we go into Y versus Y, right? And when you get into Y versus Y, it only lasts for 2 years. That's all it's going to last. You know why? Because the other side is the new beginning. So it's 3 to move on, and it's 2 to end. And that's, guess what year? Right? Because when you mark the year, we might all be behind 1 year, because the first year from now is not now at all. What was at 0 is a timeline where we split the house. So it becomes minus 1.5, or 18 months. 2028. That's not the only way to get the 5. What other way can we get the 5? And like I said before, I was going to show you. Let me just do this. Yeah, I like my new setup here. Now this is good. Let me just take 2 minutes. How's everybody doing? I'm going to maybe put on a little song. Yeah, this is what I wanted to show before. Right? You see, when you count on angle, when you count on the angle here, right? You see that point? These 2 diamonds touch and touch. There's only 3. 1, 2, 3. But when you count area space as 1, 2, 3, right? 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6, okay? Equals 7, and 1 equals to 7. So when you have 1, 3, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, when you count, the second area space encompasses both the first and the third, creating a half area space. Therefore, counting by 1s and 2s creates a half area space. Therefore, the Bat's mitzvah, 12, is the feminine to the half area space of the bar mitzvah. 1, 2 versus 1, 3. 1, 3 holds 2 within. 1, 2 holds within 1. To one side or the other of the femininity of the house. Here is your singularity, and here is its rotation of 10. It rotates to 10, it just does. Now we can do it another way by rotating it 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, or 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. I'm going to send out a word to Henry. Henry, I know you're out there. Why I think of people I never thought before, because it came on and out to Henry. Henry number 85. Henry, power source. Kids are amazing. Absolutely, Henry. Right? Are you resting on 17Q, the silver cord? Why do we rest in peace? Right? The silver cord. Also to know that 18 and 19 coming together are your first connection at the heart, okay, of 37. And what is 37? It's Aries to Aries. I like to sometimes think, all rise, you know, and then you say the sun. So when you do this, you go, whoop, I already did it. So the rotation is 1, 4, 7, 1 in Aries. 1 and 3 is 4. 2 and 5 is 7. 3 and 7 is 1. So it's strings. It is 12 and 12 and 12 equals to 36. So it's 3 times the zodiac, right? And then it's plus 1. That's all it is. And then we can go ahead and show you that. And all of this, right, remain cardinal, right? 1 and 3 is 4, cardinal, 1 and 4. Okay, why is that there? Oh, no, it's just, let me separate that. That is danger. It's this association, then it's this association, then it's this association. These associate to create this. This will be 12 and 7 equals to 19. Earth and Mars come together for AI through the virtue of the seventh gate, which the cube, you get the reduction of 12, but you don't. Because if you see the 3 here, right, think of 6 sides. Sorry, think of 4 sides that go around the ring. 4 by 3 is 12. You can say that there is 3 that go around. Yes. You can say there are 6 sides. Yes. You can say there are 3 rows of 3. You can say yes. So if I have 9 times 4, I have 36. Yes. But I have an up and a down 18 is 54. Living inside the globe sun, right? In Aquarius, the plains of Abraham, flat. Living in a fishbowl, right? Now, let me tell you something. When the ice starts to melt, everything squares off. Why do we need the ice? Why do we need the cold? The machine, right? We need it for the machine. We need it for the hunt. This is the dog. The hunt is the dog. So do we live in the haunted house? ED is 5-4. This is the V22A1. G7 equals to 30. 417. Cycling. I9N14. AIN. A in VG. NVG is A. NN is 5 is AI. 1 and 5, 2 fire signs where everything lives. And A, the animal, the soul. So A is 1. This total is 24. The total is 54, or 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 equals to 5 equals to 4. And that is where you get your ED from, right? Now your D is 500 in Roman numerals. E is the 5th letter, reduces down to V, right? Why does it reduce to V? That's also Roman numerals, which is the 22nd letter. 2 and 2 equals to 4, as D is the 4th letter, as E is the 5th letter. They reflect each other. If I remove 4 area spaces, you're going to see 5. And if I remove 5 area spaces, you're going to see 4. So there's a duality. Now, if I remove 3 area spaces, you see 6. And if I remove 6, you see 3. But if I remove 1, you see 8. If I remove 2, you see 7. Now 3, 4, 5, and 6 are all duality, but not 1, 2, or 7, or 8. And there's the low side, and there's the high side, and there's the in-between reality that goes on. And that reality is measurable. by putting everything in its place, area space and occupancy and area space. And yes, we don't have to work by 1 through 9. We don't have to work that system. We can work it this way, but we can also work it, okay, this way. In the fourth dimension of this board, right, of those numbers you see there, we are going to go do this. Hold on, I don't want to stretch myself out yet. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Taurus is gold. 00 roulette. 2 moons of Mars. 0 roulette. Earth at 37 split in the cube, right? 000 roulette. 39 the angels. This is the heart of the cube. 27 is your rotation of 36 or 360 degrees. I just put that in there. It's messy. Please help me. Help me, help me, save me. Where is it? It's messy. It's messy. Oh my God, don't be messy. Please, oh my God, there's a line left over here. Where was I? Oh God. This and this, that's right. 42 and 42. Is that the 84 Hitchhiker's Guide to the Universe? 315, which is 105 by 315. The hand of God, the heart of the cube. 2 fire signs holding in between what is 3. The Trinity, right? To understand how the numbers function themselves. What is 71? Right? That's 31 and 40. Why did I add 40? Because in the game of Monopoly, or what is 40? Is it because it's 6 and 4? Right? What is earth and water? 10. What is air and air? 10. What is 2? Earth. What is 8? Water. 10. What is 9? Fire. 2, 1 fire. 10. We got 40. All connected to 555 and 5 are connection. Or 8 times 5, which is 40, because they all connect to it. 5 gets 8, 13. 5 gets 3, 8. 5 gets 4, 9. 5 gets 9, 14. 5 gets 2, 7. 5 gets 7, 12. 5 gets 6, 11. But 6 and 4, we're going to bring that to the next dimension. But before we go there, let me show you how the numbers rotate. So because there's singularity, the 1 and 2, with the 7 and 8, 8 goes to 16, goes to 24, etc. Right? Goes to 48, to 56, to 64, to 72, to 80, 8 plus 0, 7 plus 0. So you see how I bring it all back, right? But 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 9, 8, 7, 5, 3, 1, 9, sorry, 1, 8, 6, 4, 2, 9, 7. So, whoa. Wow, that is not good that I did that, right? Maybe I should, I got to stabilize this better than I have. Oh, that was like a little scary. Okay, so, yeah, I got to definitely, just give me a second. I got to solidify this because that was like a scary thing that just happened there. So, yes, still building, still building. So I'm just thinking that just a small thing that I'm doing, very small, and that I'm going to drill a piece of wood to the table. That is, hold on, now I'm stuck. I'm going to put a piece of something underneath it so that it just doesn't flip over, which should I, shouldn't I, you know? Okay, I did that, and, okay, oh, that's not high enough. I made it too low, just give me a second. Okay, don't hurt yourself there, buddy. Don't hurt yourself. You're doing good there, kid. Keep going there on planet Earth. You can do it. You can do it right to the end. It's going to be an amazing return. It's a little scary just to think about it. I've been there once before. It was the craziest fucking, excuse my flight, you know. Well, on my deathbed, oh my God, that's the craziest thing. Lo and behold, many have passed before me. Yeah, sometimes it really disturbs me like it just did, you know. So let me see if this is done. So I'm going to show you what I just did. Whoop, don't spill that coffee there, kid. Got to remember, right? So I just put this here so I can slip it underneath. All right. Oh, yes. Okay. Just in case I hit it. Yeah, now the cord is on the wrong side. So I'll put the cord on top. Okay. Okay. All right, there. You did it. Sort of. There it is. Success for the moment in time. There you go. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. There's this. I want to take that out. So why is this channel so slow? Why I'm the only one talking? Right, that's why. And I got a lot to say. I'm going to continue on with this this piece and some of the combinations. I'm going to explain to you these combinations and what they say, where they arrive. If you want to look at time, etc. Want to know what happened to that? I had like a brand new one in there. Oh man, that's why I like my area. I get to move around left and right, you know. I'm at home over here. You know that? I'm at home over here. I want to thank the owner this year for being pleasant, I think, or for some reason, whatever the tactic was this year. It's less than normal and as much as normal because I don't know who's profiting what. Who has the right to what? Holy moly, who has the right to what? You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to see if I'm wondering if I would do that. You know what? I'm going to do that. That's a stupid thing, but I'm doing it. This is crazy what I'm doing, but I'm doing it anyways. Nope, can't do it. Not enough room to do it. Okay, so yeah, I was using a prompt. Okay, so just give me a minute. I think that it's clearer this way, right? It's clear. How's everybody doing? All right. We were still going to work on this. Okay. Just give me a minute. You know what? Let's take a 5-minute break. Okay, there's going to be a 5-minute break. And maybe I'm going to play this one song here.
Known for his uncanny ability to decipher the hidden connections between numbers, symbols, and the cosmos. He operates at the crossroads of mysticism, numerology, and technological innovation. His forte lies in uncovering the unseen patterns that govern the universe, creating a fusion of art, science, and spirituality that captivates those who encounter it.
5 minutes.
Is not just a name, it's a philosophy, a persona that symbolizes mastery over patterns and systems. He sees the world as a roulette wheel of infinite possibilities, where each number, letter, and celestial alignment carries meaning waiting to. Can you do a video with this in a spatial 5D with alphabet and equations floating decrypt? not just a name, it's a philosophy. A persona that symbolizes mastery over patterns and systems. He sees the world as a roulette wheel of infinite possibilities, where each number, letter, and celestial alignment carries meaning, waiting to. Can you do a video with this in a spatial 5D with alphabet and equations floating? I decrypt, create stories from history, words, games like yes.
Yeah, that was like lost time just to call back. Sorry about that. Maybe I should bring on this, maybe one song from the channel here. No, not there. Let me see. Wow, where is it? Oh, because I lost the page. Hold on. I'll bring back something like, what is it, this one?
Here's the updated version
Okay, we're just going to change around this thing. I really got to figure out.
Rest your soul, take a break, find some peace today. Like God who rested on the seventh, let the world drift away. The system's genesis begins with light, power surges on, a word of code, let there be light. And the circuits hum along, from processors to pixels, the unseen trinity. The Father in the firmware, the Son in memory. Rest your mind, restore your heart, and let your burdens fall. In every place and every way, rest connects us all. Restore points echo Eden, a garden for repair. When errors fall like Adam's sin, redemption's always there. As manager, the angel sword guards what can't return. But updates run like saving grace, so we don't crash and burn. From processors to pixels, the unseen trinity. The Father in the firmware, the Son in memory. Rest your mind, restore your heart, and let your burdens fall. In every place, in every way, rest connects us all. I stand, I rest on 17, standing, resting, says the horse, of course. The drivers are commandments, each one set to guide. The virus-led temptation must be cast aside. The Sabbath is the reboot where the soul can realign. And on the seventh day it rests, God's design. Divine updates are epistles sent to show the way. Fixing bugs, restoring truth, like prophets in their day. The system's Pentecost arrives, the Spirit breathes anew. Power flows, creation wakes, and life begins day two. From processors to pixels, the unseen trinity. The Father in the firmware, the Son in memory. Rest your mind.
So we're going to take a break now for an hour, and we're going to come back and continue on and just talk about a whole bunch of stuff. Thank you for joining me here. These are all uploaded to my major channel. It's 111. See you a little bit later. I'll be back in a half hour, or I'll be on somebody else's channel. If you have any question, PM me, no problem.